All right, Dwight and Chad, we're live here at Trailblazer Media Day, and we're joined now by Jabari Walker of your Portland Trailblazers. Jabari, how was your summer?
Amazing, very restful. Had a lot of time of work, but also a lot of time of rest, so I used it really well.
Is that something you've learned over the last couple of years being in the league, of how you got to work hard, but at the same time you got to take those opportunities to rest your body?
100%. Yeah, it's a long season, and I think what was different about this off season is I had more time to rest my body. I didn't play in summer league, and I think that helped a lot. I had more time to rest my muscles, rest my body, and just do a bunch of things that I wasn't able to do before. So I think it's definitely paying off, and this is the greatest I felt going into training camp.
What are we going to see differently from you this year than we may have seen in the past?
I think just a more composed mentality. I remember one of the biggest compliments I was getting is just the leap that I took as far as the game slowing down and looking more like a vet, and that was just my second year. So I think that's going to continue to develop. A lot of people don't realize, but it's a tough transition going to the NBA just as far as nerves. So a bunch of the games I was playing nervous. I was timid. So as I get more confident, I think that's something internally that I'll be able to deal with.
That's awesome. I'm glad you said that, because I think there are a lot of young guys who probably deal with the exact same thing. So do you notice it now, where is it after tip-off where you start to settle down, or how does that process work for you? Is it sometime in the pregame, or where you kind of settle in and like, okay, I got this?
Yeah, I feel like after tip-off is usually where I settle in. But for me, like when I get on the court, I'm still a little nervous on the bench just because I haven't got in yet. So I'm just having a routine to where I kind of get those nerves out the way before the game even starts, so that I'm not nervous going into the game. Just more meditation. I'm doing a lot of reading, just a lot of things that talk about being where you're at and just cherishing the moment and not putting too much pressure on yourself.
You guys have been going at it out at the PF for weeks now, and what have you seen out there that stands out in your mind in terms of other players or just the way people are playing?
Yeah, the energy that the guys have. You could tell there's like a young type of vibe, but with vet leadership. So it's definitely a cool mix. We're running fast. We're competing. So it's exciting.
One thing that Denny mentioned, Scoot mentioned, is just the overall talent level on the team now that everyone's back healthy. Are you seeing that too, with the versatility on the roster and the athleticism?
100%. And we're challenging each other every day because there's so much talent. So we definitely bring the best out of each other.
Who's the most improved player out there that you've seen?
That's tough right now. That's tough. I'll have a better answer after training camp.
Yeah. One thing I'm impressed with was, you were talking about your nerves, but one area where it seems like you've really kind of settled in is just your rebounding, especially last year with the leaps and some of the games that you had, just instincts, being in the right position. How do you feel like you're improving on that, in that area, both on the offensive and defensive glass?
Yeah, I think just as I get stronger, that'll help more. It's just been all instincts, and
you look like you're getting stronger too.
Yeah, and it feels like it too. I appreciate that, but yeah, I think just being able to, I know where the ball's going, but being able to move people out the way a little bit more is going to lead to more rebounds. I already have the knack for the ball, and I already have the ability to rebound. So, strength always helps, and power.
A lot of players tell me that the longer they're in the league, the better their shot gets. Are you feeling an improvement from season to season?
100%. Misses that you had in a workout that I would have had last year. Like, say I don't have a good shooting day. It's a different type of feeling. I understand why I'm missing more. It's not just random. I feel like the last 2 years, I had to just adjust to the three-point line. It was a little further, so I'm like, dang, that felt good. Why am I missing? But now it's like, okay, you missed that because of your legs. You missed that because you didn't have a straight line. I'm starting to understand why I'm missing. So at the very least, if I have a bad shooting day, I have an understanding. I'm not going home confused. So it leads to better shooting days.
We're talking to Jabari Walker here at Trailblazer Media Day. One thing that Coach mentioned, and other guys have mentioned as well, is that he wants you guys to play fast. What do you think about that assessment in terms of, for you guys to have a chance to compete in the Western Conference, which is tough, you guys have to play fast and use your youth and athleticism?
Yeah, I think that's our advantage. We don't have the experience to just be playing slow, and in the half court all the time. We have the skill to do so if we need to, but our advantage is our athleticism, and I think the young guys are willing to do that.
What are your goals, expectations? Are you a goal setter kind of person? What are you thinking for yourself this coming season?
Yes, honestly, been taking it day by day, but I just want to be like the best teammate I could be each day, and I know when it's all said and done, I'll reach all the goals that I want to reach, but more so just been setting daily goals of just being the most impactful person I can be as far as energy and on the court, helping my team win that day, whether it's in practice or whether it's in the game. I'm just kind of taking it day by day right now.
I wanted your take on the two newcomers, Denny Avia and Donovan Clingan. What do you see from those guys at the PF?
Man, just great energy right off, just besides basketball. Just great guys to talk to, very friendly, genuine people. So that's the biggest compliment I can say about them right now. But obviously we know that they're very skilled, very athletic. They can ball, so they'll add tons of value to the team.
I want to get back to your rebounding. People talk about your rebounding. Obviously, you're good at it. Were you born with that, do you think? No, seriously, people say it's almost ingrained. There's an instinct there that some people have and some don't. Or has it been study or practice or work at it? Where does that come from?
That's funny. That's a question I've never been asked, actually. But I will say yes. I've thought about that, and I think I have been born with it. I think a lot of people have it, but they don't know they have it as well. It's also a mindset. You have to be willing to go get the ball. You have to be willing to, hit people. And I've always had like fast twitch, and my dad told me that at a young age. He's like, son, you have some abilities that a lot of people don't have. Just in basketball in general, he said. So you got to take advantage of those. So he just taught me. He said, go to the glass every time. And ever since I started doing that, I realized that I was unlocking gifts that not too many people have.
So people tell me sometimes they go for balls they don't even think they can get. Do you do that too?
I do that, and it's a different type of in shape. Once you do it so many times, you don't notice that you're doing it, and then the ball just starts to fall in your hand.
Yeah. I know. I think it was Dennis Rodman who talked about he would study shots based on different angles on the floor to know where the ball was likely to bounce off. Have you done that? So you kind of have a jump on where the ball is going to go based on where it's shot from?
That's crazy. That's another good question. I used to train with my dad. He's a developmental coach. So when I was young, I used to work out with him in the morning, and then I would help him rebound. So when the people that he was training used to shoot, I used to play mental games with my brothers where, okay, who's going to get the most rebounds, blah, blah, and I'm going to stand here because this is where I think the ball is going to go. And I would have him stand there so I could get the most rebounds. And, yeah, it's definitely a game you play that I've been playing from a young age, and it really paid off.
That's great. And your dad was a good rebounder too.
Yeah.
Jabari Walker, Trailblazers Media Day here. We thank you for your time, and we're just excited to see you play. We respect the way you go about your business, and it's nice to have all the guys healthy, but good luck this year.
Thank you. Great talking to you.